Have you seen this hollow chili? It's different from the usual green chili. Inside, it's almost empty, and that's why we call it hollow chili. This variety comes only in certain seasons, and in Kerala, we use it to make a very unique dish called Pollamulaga Pachadi. Pollamulaga means hollow chili. We grow varieties of chilies in India. One such variety is Booth Jolokia ghost pepper from Assam. It is the hottest chilies in the world. Then comes the Kashmiri chili, mild heat, bright red in color. Byadgi chili from Karnataka, deep red and wrinkled. Jwala chili, grown in Gujarat, slender, fiery hot. Kandari Mulaga, bird's eye chili, small but very spicy, common in Kerala. Jwala chili, grown in Gujarat, slender, fiery hot. Dani chili from Mizoram and Manipur. Tamil Nadu's Mundu chili, round, bright red. Mathania chili from Rajasthan, moderately hot. Sankeshwari chili from Maharashtra. This is another flavorful variety of chili I found in Kerala, which is very, very tasty. Then comes our hero, Pollamalaga hollow chili. I have taken half of the medium-sized coconut for this pachadi. Let us grate this now. Freshly grated coconut always gives the best taste for pachadi. Many people think coconut is not good for health, but that's not true. Coconut, when used in the right quantity, it is healthy and gives us good fats, fiber, and also energy. In Kerala cooking, it is an essential ingredient which also adds so much flavor. I am taking a lemon sized tamarind. Let it soak up for some time. Now let's wash the hollow chilies. Then we will slit them slightly and fill a pinch of salt inside and do it for rest of them. You must be wondering, why do we add salt to the chili? Some of the chilies will be spicier, so to balance the sharp spiciness of the chili, we add salt to it. Also what happens is that the flavors goes deep inside while roasting. All the chilies are filled with a pinch of salt. Now let us roast them by adding a little bit of oil. We can roast them for about 2 to 3 minutes. Tamarind is soaked up now. Let us squeeze the tamarind and strain and add it to the mud pot. If you like a stronger sour taste, you can add a little more. But keep in mind, we will also be adding curd at the end, so adjust the sourness accordingly. Now I'm adding a teaspoon or two of jaggery powder and a little salt. Remember, we already filled some salt inside the hollow chilies, so adjust the salt carefully. Now we will add all the fried chilies to the pot and allow everything to cook well. For the masala, we will grind coconut and green chilies first. At the end, we will add mustard seeds and just crush them lightly. Don't make it too smooth. We are adding green chilies here because the hollow chilies alone will not be spicy enough. As this dish is all about a balance of flavors, spicy, tangy, curdy, and a touch of sweetness. You can see the chilies are cooked now. The dark green color has changed to a lighter side shade. Now we will add the ground masala to the pot. Pour in some water and adjust the consistency as needed. I missed to crush the mustard seeds. I'm coarse grinding it separately and adding it to the curry now. We will now add about 1 cup of beaten curd and cook it on a very low flame. Keep stirring continuously, otherwise the curd may split and the curry won't come out smooth. Off the stove once the small boil starts to form. Now it's time to temper the curry. In a tablespoon of coconut oil, add a quarter teaspoon of fenugreek seeds, some mustard seeds, and fresh curry leaves. Pour this tempering over the curry, mix well, and it is ready. Just look at this curry, so creamy and rich. The chilies are swimming beautifully in it, making the dish looking so tempting. This curry stays good for a few days, so you can make it in advance and enjoy it without any worry. Enjoy it with hot rice, either with a few side dishes or simply with this hollow chili curry alone. It is more than enough. Thank you for watching. I'll be coming up with more such traditional and unique recipes. Until then, take care and see you soon.